If I had all the money in the world, I would give it straight to Christopher Plummer and Ridley Scott, because both of them are awesome. I'll go into more details later on in the video why I said that, but for now on, let's go on with the review. Hello and welcome to the All the Money in the World review. All the Money in the World is about J. Paul Getty and the controversy around his grandson. For those of you who don't know, J. Paul Getty's son was kidnapped, and the kidnappers were forcing them to pay a lot of money. So Paul G. Getty refused to pay any ransom to release his grandson, and the whole movie is the mother trying to persuade this old man to pay the ransom. So I'm just going to talk about this little bit of history about this movie. Originally, the role of Paul G. Getty wasn't originally going to be Christopher Plummer playing him. Originally, it was going to be Kevin Spacey. There was actually this trailer with Kevin Spacey in the role of Paul G. Getty.
How much would you pay to release your grandson if not $17 million?
Nothing.
It's the time of the season for
But because of all the sexual allegations that's been going on with Kevin Spacey recently, the producer said to Ridley Scott, we don't really feel comfortable having Kevin Spacey in this role, so maybe we should actually cancel the movie. And then Ridley Scott said, no, I don't really want to cancel the movie because actors have worked really hard on this role, the crew have worked very hard on this role. What we should do is we should recast it. So instead of getting Kevin Spacey, they got Christopher Plummer. Like, do you know how long it took them to reshoot all of the scenes with Christopher Plummer? Like, it would have been easy for like a month or 2 months. They had like about 2 weeks to get into character, reshoot all of the scenes, and to get him prepped for all of it. That's why these two are just legends. And Christopher Plummer steals this movie. Honestly, I think Christopher Plummer should have been Paul G. Getty from the beginning, because he is just fantastic. I mean, of course the other actors are also really good in this movie as well, like Maisie Williams and Mark Wahlberg. They're all really good, but Christopher Plummer steals every single scene he's in. And it's not just like, oh, like they just reshoot just a little bit. No, he's in this movie quite a bit. They had to reshoot all of those scenes. I only really felt like I actually noticed it once with the whole movie, where it looked like that he was just standing in front of a green screen. But that's all I really noticed. But honestly, like, he just steals this movie. The movie is also very intense as well. If you know the history of it, you know that you know what happens in the end about the boy getting his ear cut off, and you know he goes home safely. But if you don't know the backstory to it, it is very intense. This is a very intense movie with great performances. The only really complaint I really have is that the colour palette doesn't really look very good. You know, it sort of just looks something a bit like this. You know, it sort of looks like an Instagram filter. It doesn't really look very good, and honestly, it kind of makes the movie a little bit more dull than what it really is. So, and there's some points where I don't really see the actors, like it just looks like they're actually shading in the film, and it just looks really distracting, and I don't really like it very much. In the end, All the Money in the World is a very good movie. I wish I actually saw this movie earlier, so that I would put on my top 10 list of 2017. But this movie proves why Christopher Plummer and Ridley Scott are just both legends in their names.